Hello, everybody. Today, I want to tell you about a personal loan product that we're offering that we're having quite a bit of success with that our customers seem to really like. As I mentioned, it is a personal loan. One of the unique and great features about this loan is you have no restriction whatsoever on how you use the funds, unless, of course, you want to start a criminal enterprise. We don't recommend that, but you can use it for personal items. You can use it for your business. If you're starting a business, you can use it for that. You can use it for really any purpose. So there's no restrictions. You can borrow between $25,000 and $250,000. It is a personal loan. It's on a 1 to 5 year term, so 12 to 60 months payments. That is determined by the strength of your credit profile. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. The interest rate runs between 7 and 14% annually. There are some high closing costs. And the reason for that is this is an unsecured loan. So what does that mean? What's an unsecured loan? That means that none of your personal assets, your home, your 401k, any investment accounts, shares you own in a private company, whatever, none of that is encumbered. It is completely free from any liens because of this loan. So it's unsecured. So the costs are a little higher because of that. It is 10% closing costs. The way that that works, though, is let's say you're borrowing $100,000, okay? That would be $10,000 in closing costs. What we will normally do is we will submit the request for $110,000. We close the deal, you get the $110,000, you're funded, then you get invoiced for the 10% cost, and you pay that out of the proceeds you've received from the loan. So you don't pay it out of pocket, you pay it over time, just like the rest of the loan. One of the biggest appeals of this is once you hand in a full submission package, I'll talk about that in a minute, you can get funded in as little as 2 business days. So if you get me a full submission package on Monday morning, you'll have the money on Wednesday, Thursday at the latest. So it's very fast. So if you need the money quickly, this is a good product for you because we can get it to you quickly. What is a full submission? We require you fill out a credit application, and we need your last 2 years of tax returns. We also take W-2s, so we can have 1 year of tax returns and your year-to-date W-2s if you have that, okay? The qualifications are you need at least a 700 credit score, and you need a solid income. What's a solid income? Well, let's use an example here. And this is a rule of thumb. It's a case-by-case basis, but you can generally use this math to kind of figure out if you could qualify from an income standpoint. So let's say you're borrowing $50,000 and you're offered a 3-year term at around 10%, more or less. Your monthly payment is going to be around $1,750. Okay, we use the 4 times rule. So if your monthly payment is going to be $1,750, you need to be earning $7,000 a month or more from an income standpoint. So basically 85 grand a year under that example. So that's just a rule of thumb. It's fluid. It's a little bit fluid. It's a case by case basis. So, but that's a good rule of thumb to go by. And so our customers are really enjoying this product. They're liking it because of the freedom of the usage of funds and how quickly they can get the money. Your credit profile, what do we look at? Well, there's basically 3 things we look at. Obviously, the credit score, that's first. But the other thing we examine is usage, and we like to see under 40%. So what's an example of that? Well, let's say you have a credit card with a $10,000 credit limit. 40% usage would be $4,000. So we'd like to see a balance of $4,000 or less. We do it on a holistic basis. So we take all of your credit, what your credit limit is and how much you've used. So let's say you have 4 credit cards and your total credit limits on those credit cards is $50,000. We want to see a balance that's 20,000 or less. The lower the balance, the lower the usage, the stronger your credit profile. So that's the other thing that we look at when evaluating qualifications for these loans. So if you need money for any reason and you'd like to get it quickly, unsecured, so that none of your assets are encumbered, you can use the link in the description to book a call with me. My email is also in there if you want to just email me. And let's see if we can get you fixed up with the money that you need for your business or for personal expenses. Look forward to talking to you. Thanks for watching.